right, hey there. How are we all? Excellent, good vibe in the room. So first of all, I have to say thank you so much to Kai to inviting me out here and to create such a great event. Round of applause for Kai, please. And I have to say, thanks so much to, of course, Steve Pavlina for his talk. It's great to have such an inspiring guy in the room and to be able to listen to him. So thanks to Steve, guys. Round of applause for Steve. Okay. So I'm here to talk to you today about freedom business. But the first thing is, as you can imagine, I'm from Australia, so hopefully you understand what I'm saying. This accent and everything. One guy shaking his head. So I flew out here and I flew through Dubai because I needed some sleep. It's a massive journey to come out here. And so I stayed over in Dubai, and Dubai, what a crazy city. Hands up if you've been to Dubai before. Yeah, it's like an amazing sort of inspiring place that you just go, wow, like humans built this thing. It's incredible. There's the tallest building in the world. There's like a palm tree island, man-made palm tree island. There's all this crazy stuff going on. So I woke up, it was about 6 a.m. and I had to get my flight. So I'm in this car, driving, sunburnt, beautiful, if you can imagine this beautiful sunburnt orange sky of Dubai, and I'm looking out at these tall buildings and everything, and I'm thinking about this speech and coming to talk to you guys here today. And I was reminded of pretty much my all-time favorite quote, okay? And this quote has served me as like a compass, not only in business and business success, but also personally. So I kind of filter my decisions through this quote. And the quote is, what you seek is seeking you. Okay, what you seek is seeking you. So you're here at this lifestyle design convention. You're seeking. You're like me. I'm a seeker. Okay, seeker to do things better, to be better, and to just have a better lifestyle. So you're here, you're seeking, all right? So I want you to think about that one thing, okay, while I do this speech. It's going to form the core of what I talk about today. I want you to think about that one thing, and it's special to you, that you came here today or to take away, that you're seeking. You're seeking to get or be better at or whatever it is. You know, it could be a relationship. You could be seeking an amazing relationship with someone. It could be to build a business that throws you a heap of cash so you can go do whatever it is you want to do with your days. Okay, whatever it is you're seeking and you're here seeking, I want you to have that in your mind. And the brilliant thing is about this quote is that what you're seeking, imagine if that was seeking you at the same time. All right? So whatever it is you have in your mind, that thing that you're out there looking for, imagine if it was out there searching for you too. Okay, it's a beautiful way to think about it. So there's three types of people, and I'm the guy that people come to over the last 4 or 5 years to help them build a little online business that funds a life of freedom, fun, and adventure, whatever that means to you. Okay? And there's three types of people that come to me in our training programs. First one is a person stuck in a day job of doom. Hands up if you resonate with day job of doom. Okay, cool. 2 people. Sweet. So, day job of doom person, that's great. No one has a job. Sweet. So, day job of doom person, they're sitting there, they're stuck. They're like, I distinctly remember 11 years ago I worked for a massive accounting firm. Huge. And, you know, cubicle deluxe. I'm sitting there typing away, just thinking, am I doing here? Like it was just doing my head in. And I'd look over at the corner office and look at the manager's office, and I'd be like, damn, it's going to take me 10 years to get there and have the house I want and have the lifestyle I want and all that sort of stuff. I can't do this. I pulled the pin. I had that seeking inside to seek more. So off me, back to the guys that visit me, day job of doom people. They come to me. The other type of person that comes and visits our training and wants to do our stuff is the trapped inside the business person. So you might have built a business, has 10, 20, 30, 40 staff, maybe more, and you've just built yourself a job. You're trapped inside it, and you know you want to automate it so that you can go do the things that you want to be doing with your days. Okay? Third type of person is the lost all passion person. All right? You're just going day to day, just mundane, nothing's exciting you, nothing's like moving you, and you just need a kick to get out there and start taking control of where you're going. So they're the three types of people that come and see us. And I'm about to post this on my blog. This is the 2014 Wall of Fame. So I'm really proud of our community and what we've built. And I'm about to post this. It's miles long. But like some of these guys, you know, Christopher, ring, 4K in the bank, plus recurring income, rah. Now we can enjoy our Christmas freedom style. Imagine what that guy feels like. You know, he probably had a day job or something, and he just brought in, you know, all this great income with a great little freedom business. And this guy, I'm not going to read that whole thing, bore you to tears, but Magnus, I was really proud of him. Just made a $70,000 US deal, and it's all because of the confidence and knowledge by SSM. Thanks, and hope to see you all in Bulgaria. And this guy's coming to Bulgaria too. After this event, I'm running an event up in the snowfields of Bulgaria. 150 clients all coming together because they funded their lifestyle to be able to come and visit us. So we've got about 500 clients all around the world, and they're coming to visit us in Bulgaria. This guy, I thought this was funny. This was a couple of days ago. I was thinking about him earlier and had to conclude that Timothy Marc is some next-level spiritual demigod. The change that he's enacted in myself and at least 500 others this year is insane. Big love to someone that's on their path. Awesome. Now, I would love for that to be true, but it's absolutely not. What I do have is a plan, okay, and a results-based plan, all right? It's all very well to get motivated. It's all very well to get excited. It's all very well to get passionate. But if you don't have the right plan, you're not going to get the results. So I'm more about the plan than the motivation and all that sort of stuff. So that's what I want to invite you to learn from me today. I've got probably another 15 minutes or so to try and cram it in. But I want to invite you to learn that with me today, the plan, or two things that will move you forward to that lifestyle that you're seeking. So I got an email from a very prominent online business coach. You probably know him, so I'm not going to mention his name. He's quite famous. And he's like, Tim, how did you do this? How did you build like these little businesses and then convert that or sell those and then start consulting people and build an amazing community, and a community that vibes with each other, right? We've got this community, and there's a few community members here actually. And the great thing about it, and you might have noticed this here at the Lifestyle Design Convention, is when you meet these people that are on the same path, you have this like click and this energy. So the key word that I think drives success in business and in, you know, just your personal life and keeps you happy at the same time is resonance, okay? Resonance, all right? Have you ever met someone just in your daily life, maybe even today or whatever, that you just instantly like clicked with and you're like, wow, this is weird? You just vibe with someone, right? You meet them, you're like, oh, this person's kind of like inspiring. I want to hang out with them more, or, you know, I want to get to know them a little bit more. Or have you ever bought a product that resonated with you? For example, I have an iPhone in my pocket, all right? And when I bought this thing, I'm like, damn, this is awesome, right? This is like resonates with me, right? Because you're not just buying an iPhone. You're actually buying a little piece of Steve Jobs, aren't you? Okay? You're buying a piece of the hundreds of minds, okay, brilliant minds at Apple that came together to build such a cool little thing. That's what you're buying, and that's why this word not only does it, you know, personally and you know, in people and lives, that word's so important, like vibing and resonating with people. But I think it's the key to be able to build a great business and sell amazing products. And that's why Apple is so successful. They resonate with people, okay? Now, who knows what that is? Okay, all the younger people in the room. This is called Tinder, okay? And funny story about Tinder, okay? It's an online dating, or not online dating, it's an app where you look at photos and you can like people and start dating them or whatever. And so Tinder, I experimented with Tinder a couple of months ago, right? So I'm here, I'm liking away, beautiful, and I match up with this girl and I'm like, oh, you know, this resonates with me. She's pretty attractive. She seems fun. We're texting away. This is cool. And so I'm like, let's do the date thing, right? So we meet up, and I walk over, and we go to dinner, and we sit down, and immediately, no resonance, no vibe. We both feel it. It's sort of unspoken, but we're just not clicking. Hands up, who's had a date like that? Okay, Pretty much everyone in this room can relate to the date of doom. So no resonance, no vibe. So I left this date of doom, and I'm like, damn, what's wrong with me? Okay, why didn't we click? I felt down on myself. I was like, oh, will I ever find a girl ever again? All these things go through your head. And so a couple of weeks later, match up with this other girl. And I'm like, oh, I felt a bit down, but I'll give this little Tinder thing a go. Redeem myself somehow. So we meet up, and I see her. She's hanging out the front of a shop, and I'm walking up. I'm like, is this her? Gee, this is awesome, right? Like I'm walking up, and I can just feel it, right? Like there's this vibe, and she looks up, and we say hi, and it's instant. It's like vibe deluxe, okay? We're like, yep, you and me, this is rad, okay? We go to the bar, and sure enough, it goes exactly as scripted. Just awesome. I'm watching her talk, and I'm not hearing a word she's saying. It's just awesome, okay? So this was a few weeks ago now, and we're still dating. So that's pretty exciting. Cheers, thank you. So resonance, all right? So what was the lesson here, apart from being a fun story? The lesson here is that it's okay for things not to vibe with you, okay? Be it people, be it products, okay? The best products and everything that I pour into our marketing training is all about that resonance, okay? And resonance means eliminating the things that just aren't vibing with you. It's okay if things don't vibe with you. I found this really hard to, get over, actually, and I'm still getting over it, where, if things aren't gelling, just say no to them and walk away. So products and people, resonance, very, very key word. So I've got a little bit of time here to teach you pretty much the two core components to this whole thing. Building a little business that funds a life of freedom, fun and adventure. And getting on that path of resonance and things that vibe with you is really important. So a big part of this, and when I start my training program, I always start with the why. Hands up if you've seen this book before. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Yeah, great book. It's one of those books, though, you could probably read the cover and get what it's all about. Start with Why. But again, really great book. I've actually joined his training program and learned a lot through that as well. And there's an awesome TED Talk online. If you check that out, you'll get all the ideas from the book. Awesome. So start with Why is so important. What I'd love for you to do is think about these questions, maybe after this speech or whatever, but just think about the stuff when I was mentioning to you about that resonance, and it could be relationship-wise or it could be product-wise. What stuff really resonates with you? Who do you want to hang out with more? All right, the cool thing about these conferences is you can meet people and just go, oh, yep, this person, cool. Who do you want to hang out with more, right? This is a big one. What would you like to wake up and do every day? Okay? Every single day. If you had to wake up and you could design your day, what would you wake up and do? Okay, big one. What sort of stuff do you want to buy? All right, house, car, whatever. You got to be honest and build the plan for it. What experiences do you want to have? See, this one's really cool and stuff, having cool stuff, but experiences far trumps what you buy. Experiences. There's actually been a study, I saw it recently, that people that spend money on things like travel and experiences have a far greater happiness than spending money on like a car or, whatever, okay, like stuff, all right? So it's been scientifically proven. This is a genie lamp, okay? There's a genie inside, okay? And a funny story is, one of my closest mentors, this was one of the greatest things he taught me. He's a multi-million-dollar guy, and that's really cool and all, but he built it from nothing. They're the ones I want to meet, like the guys that started from scratch, got into the trenches, built this thing, and now it's like awesome, right? That's who I resonate with. So he's built this massive company. He has multiple houses on multiple continents, and he said, Tim, one of the best things I ever did was what I call a genie trip, okay? A genie trip. So he goes to this place in Asia every single year for 2 weeks by himself. He shuts off his phone. He shuts off any internet, any of that rubbish. He goes by himself. I think I mentioned that. Takes a little notepad and he's got this like villa in Asia that he just sits there for 2 weeks, and what he does is he invites his personal genie, okay, and he asks his genie, what do I want this year, okay? And then he spends 2 weeks with his notepad writing that out until he gets to the end and he's got his answer, all right? Pretty awesome. And the cool thing is, and the reason why it works, is because he pushes away that environment that may influence his decisions, right? He's in a new environment. Hands up if you've been to a new environment or on a travel or a trip or something, and it's just spurred on this like path where you're just like, oh yeah, this is heaps better, right? Yeah. Good stuff. So the genie trip, really, really cool. And, you know, I invite you to take your own genie with you on a trip. It can be a couple of days, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just take your genie and figure that out. Go to a new environment. So I do this every single year. And at the start of last year, I was doing really successful in our training and also a couple of my businesses that I built. And it was all going really well. And so I had my little genie there. And I thought about, what do I want? What do I really, really want? Like deep down, what is it? Okay, good. Someone laughed. It's not the car, okay? Here's another cool story, right? I was reminded of this story of Mercedes-Benz, okay? And the coolest thing about Mercedes is Mr. Mercedes, or whoever he was back in the day who built the first engine, right? I'm paraphrasing here. So Mr. Mercedes, he was sitting there and he's building the very first Mercedes engine, right? In his little workshop, you can imagine him back in the day, whenever it was, ancient times, and he's putting this thing together. And he put a little sign on his wall, right? Just in his workshop, okay? And you may know it or you may have heard this story. But the sign said, and this, I'll never forget this, okay? The sign said, the best or nothing. The best or nothing, okay? So he's tinkering away and he's got this screw and he's like, that's rubbish, gone. I want the best, right? So he's got put the best screw in place and he's built this thing. He threw out entire engines to get to the best engine, all right? And now, to this day, Mercedes-Benz still has the same tagline. You'll find it. I drove past a billboard, I think it was in Sydney, and it's up there, the best or nothing, all right? So cool. So I decided last year on my genie trip, I was like, the best or nothing. This is it, all right? This is happening, okay? My training program, what I want, oh no, that's next. What I want is to build an awesome training program. I want to, you know, build just the best lifestyle that I can come up with. So that's why I have my genie. And the important thing that this guy told me about the genie trip is that you're not supposed to stair-step your goals, all right? Hands up, who's attempted to build a business here in this room or thinking about it? Okay, awesome. So when we go to approach building a business, the tendency happens to be that we go, okay, I'll just dip my toe in the water and I'll build this little thing that's just, you know, hiding over here in the corner, and hopefully I make a few sales, please, and then I can step up and be a bit better next time, all right, and step up, okay? So, you know, I want to earn this amount of money next year, and then the next year I might be able to do this, all right? He said, do not stair-step your goals. Go for the premium and be the best from the start. Okay, it's a lot easier. If you're entering a market, you want to enter as the premium because then you'll forever be known as the premium. If you enter as the cheap guy, right, you're like, oh, I'll do this for you for cheap. If you enter there, then everyone will forever know you as the cheap guy. Okay, so it's important that you don't stair-step your goals in business and in your personal life, right? Just go for the best. Go for the best relationship. You may as well. You'll find someone that resonates with you. So that was actually huge. And I've got, it's here a bit further, but I actually started getting personal trained by this dude, okay? And he's got, and that's a ridiculous photo, by the way, but I built this out the back of our office, and this guy, he's awesome, greatest trainer ever, right? Just pushes hard, has great programs, all that sort of stuff, but he's like, oh, you know, he's starting his personal training business. And he's like, oh, you know, I'll just get a few little clients and see how we go. I'll just build this little website myself, rah, rah. I said, nah, mate, go for the biggest. He's in Melbourne. Let's go find the best, like a few Melbourne celebrities. Start training them. Let's start putting some really cool stuff together because you may as well start from the top, okay? It's much harder to claw your way up, all right? And the beauty about building a business is that you define that. You get to choose that. All right, that's the greatest thing about it. You're not slipping into someone else's business or anything like that where they define you and your role. You can create your own, which is really cool. So what did I decide on my Genie trip? Best entrepreneur training program in the world. And gathered by our results, we've got that happening. This is us having a laugh in the studio. I built this studio in Melbourne. I was really scared, actually, because I normally travel the world with my laptop, just running the business. That's all really cool. But I decided to bite the bullet and build a rad studio where we can build even better training programs, have a heap of support staff, that's some of our team there and stuff as well, launch more businesses from this space. So that's really, really exciting. So that was part of the whole Genie trip. And this was interesting. Design the best systems around my life so that everything is an absolute delight to use. And, you know, from getting in my car in the morning, to driving to the office, to the shower, to the actual soap I use in the shower, to the clothes I wear, all this sort of stuff I've now pre-designed to be an absolute delight to use so that you wake up and you're excited every single day with what you're doing. So, you know, this is all conscious choice stuff, and this is all consciously choosing stuff that resonates with you. Okay, so that's back to that keyword resonance. So, ridiculous picture again. This looks nice, doesn't it? So another another thing that my mentor, funnily enough, talked to me about was when he wanted to go buy his own island. Okay, and this is a really good point. He said, "Tam, you know, I thought I've got my girlfriend, I've got my wealth, I'm going to buy an island. That'd be badass. I'm just going to go do this." I'm like, "Cool, sounds fun." And then he talked to another friend, another wealthy guy. It's funny how they hang out in packs. Talked to this other wealthy guy, and he said, "Nah, mate, go and try out the island for a couple of weeks first. You know, it looks great. You know, the villa's awesome. It's really cool." So he packed his bags, put his girl on the plane. Off they go to this island. They get there, and they're chilling out in full paradise. It wasn't this. This just looks nice. Chilling out in full paradise, and they're like, "This is great, babe. You know, we're staying here. This is awesome, right?" And then he said it took him all of 4 days to want to get the hell off this island. All right? So the point of this story was that if you think something may resonate with you, you're like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'm buying an island. That'd be sick." Go and try it out first. All right? If you want to buy an awesome Ferrari or whatever, go and try it out. I actually drove one from Nice to Monaco last year. I rented one. And by the end of the day, I wanted to give it back because we crashed it a little bit on the front side of it. Because my friend, my best mate who we did this with, he actually, he's never driven on the other side of the car or the other side of the road before. I'm like, "Yeah, let's go in this Ferrari. Cool, mate." You know, a couple of meters down the road, up this gutter. We're like, "Okay, let's give this thing back. I never want one of these ever." Worried about it the whole time. So again, you know, you might think you want these dreams and things and all that sort of stuff, but really go test it out. Travel. You know, you think Australia might be cool, go and check it out. You might get bit by a spider, you might hate it, right? Check out things that you think may resonate with you. So I've got no time at all to finish this up, but I'm really, you know, enjoying this. It's all very well to have these things that you want, right? And that resonate with you and that you want to go and do. But as I said at the start, I'm very practical in the approach to it, in that I want the plan that works to get me there, right? I don't want to just follow some rubbish system. It's just going to take me down this path of doom that gets me nowhere, right? So this has pretty much been 10 years in the making for me, and it all started with that seeking when I was sitting there in the cubicle of doom. So the Freedom Machine, if you get a chance, because we're doing a workshop after this, so when you come and see me in the workshop, I'll go into this in way more depth for you. But for just a little, you know, rundown, it all starts with you, right? Then, you know, you define the stuff I talked about earlier. What do you want to wake up and do every day? What's the sorts of things that vibe with you? All that sort of stuff. You've got to define this, okay? Be specific. Ideal day and lifestyle. Then you build the little machine, okay? And what that machine does is it gives you outcomes, okay? It produces results for you, okay? And you've got to zoom out and you've got to build it objectively, okay? Like for a business, you zoom out, you build the thing, it gets no sales, and you go, "Oh, okay, I better fix some stuff," all right? And then it gets sales, and you're like, "Cool, I better do more of that," right? Zoom out, objective, you build the machine. Outcomes. So you get outcomes, you get feedback, right? You might build the machine and you're like, cool, I quit my job, right? Which is what a lot of our training programs is. It's like the first stage. They build the little business and they quit their job and they're like, rad. So now I've got this free time, but now I want more things to do. Like I want to travel more, so I need more income. So, they get the feedback, build more, and hit the outcome. So, and again, I'll go into this in more depth for you individually when you come to the little workshop. But it's made up of 4 key components. You need the idea, okay? Hands up if you've struggled with a business idea before. Like, you're like, oh, I want a business idea. I want to build this thing. Idea. So idea generation, it's not the most important thing, okay? With ideas, what's important that you find something that's already successful, okay? That's already tested in a market. And what you want to do is you want to just be better than that, okay? That's a far better shortcut than dreaming up the latest Facebook and trying to do that, okay? Just find something that works already and just be better than them. Much easier to do. So idea generation, you might want to do, I'm launching 2 new businesses this year. I'm going to launch a physical product and I'm going to launch another high-end consulting business with another guy. But, it doesn't matter about this idea. Then you've got to build, okay? You've got to build the thing. If it's an online business, it's easy, right? Just build a website. Done, all right? Then you've got to do this marketing, and a lot of that centers around that core resonance principle I was talking to you earlier about, right? Building a product that vibes with one person out there, okay? Building something, Apple has created a lot of haters, hasn't it? A lot of haters in its market. Samsung, I hate Samsung. Throw your Samsung out the window. Me and my friends have Samsung iPhone battles because Apple resonates with me, Samsung resonates with them. So a lot of the core marketing stuff, whether you're doing Facebook advertising or direct mail campaigns or any of that sort of stuff, you've got to have good copywriting that resonates with that one particular person. So a lot of that stuff is what we teach there. And then the final and most fun component, automation. Putting teams in place and systems so that you're not the one there doing all the work. Okay, that's inefficient. It's poor for the business. The business won't get its outcomes, and you won't be sitting on your new private island enjoying yourself with your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is. So, cool. All right. Last thing. I've gone over time. Sorry, guys. A fable. All right. This is my favorite quote now. Now you're going to find out my favorite story. All right. And this is another thing that kind of has directed my path a lot, and really like it. So. It's by Aesop. Have you heard of Aesop's fables? It's like kids' stories and things like that. Yeah, really cool stuff. So my favorite is The Boy and the Nettles. And it says, a boy was stung by a nettle. Nettle's like a spiky plant of disaster. He ran home and told his mother, saying, although it hurts me very much, I only touched it gently. And the mother says to him, that's why it stung you, right? The next time you touch a nettle, grasp it boldly, right? And it will be soft as silk in your hand, okay? And not in the least hurt you, all right? So whatever you do, do it with all your might. You may as well, okay? Who's tried to dip their toe in the water with things, right? Doesn't work. You've got to go full out or it's not going to work, all right? And if you go full out, people sit back and they're, whoa, geez, this dude's pretty good, or this business is pretty good. That's why you go for the premium, you go for the best. Do it boldly. So the 3 things I'd love for you to take away, join me in the workshop after, but the 3 things I really want you to take away from, this whole conference, this whole thing, I've flown all the way from Australia for you to get these 3 things. Of course, what you seek is seeking you. Beautiful, right? What you're looking for, think about it. It's looking for you too. Like me and my Tinder date of glory, what you seek is seeking you. Business of glory, whatever it is, right? Second thing, if you go after it, go boldly, right? Go for it, right? All you might, grab it, okay? And it'll be like silk in your hand. You'll be like, why is this so easy? Because you're going full throttle. And like Mercedes, you might as well be the best at it, all right? So just choose to be the best, whatever it is that you do. You've got my full support. I could have talked a lot about fear and things like that and how that can cripple you and all those mindsets and things like that. That would have taken all day. Forget the fear. Let's just go do this thing, all right? Guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Cheers.